Guys, we have a breaking news coming out, a World War III update. Putin preparing for biblical war with NATO amid rumors of huge recruitment drive. Now, Russia has intensified its military recruitment with almost 8,000 people signing up every week as part of a strategic reserve of forces that the country has rapidly been building. All right, so once again, guys, today there's been a lot of news. The U.S. commander, the president, said that he's given the green light to NATO. Open fire if Russian aircraft enter NATO airspace. He's also backing up Ukraine. He's sending equipment to NATO, and from there, NATO sends it to Ukraine. Now, from what I heard, NATO is paying for the stuff, so it's not going to be free. But we are definitely seeing Donald is now siding with Ukraine. All right, so ain't no difference here. It seems like Donald is walking the same footstep as Joe. The only difference is that Joe gave these stuff for free. Donald is not giving it for free. He wants his money. All right, so Donald also said that he believes that Ukraine could take back their territory. And I remember at the very beginning, Donald told Zelensky, "You can't get those territory. You lost them. All right, you can't get Crimea back. You can't get none of it back." And that was when they kicked Zelensky out the White House. That was back in February or March. But now it's a whole different ball game. Donald is siding with NATO. He's gonna help Ukraine. He's gonna be sending equipments. At the same time, Putin is preparing for war too. Alright, so we are definitely seeing World War III updates going on here, guys. And before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also description box. Thank you again for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Guys, leave comments down below. Again, like saying hi or something. I want to make sure everything is running good on this channel because we getting only 2 or 3 comments. So again, if you could leave a comment like a emoji heart or good job, Lewis, or just leave something positive. As much comments as you can. I want to see what's going on because it seems like the comments is going down now, the views is going down, and now the comments. And again, I don't know if y'all comments are being hidden because I'm not hiding it. But again, I don't know if your comments are being hidden. But if that's the case, I'm gonna have to message the platform and see what's going on because the only thing I hide is those that commit blaspheme and those bots. Other than that, that's it. Alright, so let's see what's going on here. Experts fear Vladimir is building a strategic reserve of a new military recruits as he prepares to head into direct conflict with the military alliance. It comes as sources say almost 300,000 people have agreed to join the Bear Ministry of Defense since the start of the year. Alright, guys, I do believe there's going to be a huge biblical war. I do believe so. I don't see this ending. It's just getting a lot worse. It's getting a lot worse. We are seeing multiple alliances. NATO, their airspace is being violated, drones and aircraft. And you got some of these alliances invoked Article 4. Donald is sending weapons. He's sending stuff. He's siding with Ukraine. Today, there was that UN meeting in New York. I mean, it just, everything is, again, I don't see peace. I don't see no dialogue to ending the war. According to the Institute for the Study of War, the number of new recruits is now increasing by an average of almost 8,000 per week. That's 32,000 a month. So if you kind of think about it, I think that's what, 360,000 a year. So a number of additional were part of a strategic reserve of forces that the Bear has been building since early July 2025. It has been claimed. The insider added that the reports indicate that the Kremlin is not interested in ending its war against Ukraine, but remains committed to achieving its war goals as the battlefield and may be preparing for a conflict with NATO. Now, the reported creation of a strategic reserve as part of a wider Kremlin preparation for a possible Russian NATO conflict in the future, particularly as the Bear intensify its youth military patriotic programs that aim to recruit the Bear youth into the military in the years to come, the source added. Now it says here, on Monday, the UK's Foreign Secretary Cooper issued a stern warning that that Britain will confront the Russian jets that invade the airspace of NATO allies. Vladimir sent 3 fighter jets into Estonia, a NATO member, in an unprecedentedly brutal escalation on Friday. Now, the MiG-31 jets enter without permission, and these Russia aircraft reportedly flew over the island area and stayed in Estonian airspace for 12 minutes. Now, today, Donald said that he's giving the green light to NATO alliances if this happens again. If the Bear aircraft flies into any alliance's airspace, take him down. Take him down. You have every right to take them down. It says here, speaking at an emergency meeting on the UN Security Council, Mrs. Cooper sent a message to Vladimir. Your reckless actions risk a direct armed confrontation between NATO and the Bear. Our alliance is defensive, but be under no illusion. We stand ready to defend NATO's skies and NATO's territory. We are vigilant, we are resolute, and we need to confront planes that are operating in NATO airspace without permission. We will do so. The jets did not have two-way radio communication with local air traffic controllers and their transponders turned off, which means that they were not seen in radars. So officials in Estonia blasted Vladimir Gov for the violation and marked the incursion unprecedentedly brutal. Now, once again, NATO confirmed the organization intercepted the aircraft, saying earlier today the Russian jets violated Estonian airspace. NATO's responded immediately and intercepted the Russian aircraft. Now, this is yet another example of reckless Russian behavior and NATO ability to respond. Now, the country's Prime Minister, Christian, said he could invoke NATO Article 4, which calls for discussion among allies over threat to territorial security. Michael on X wrote this morning, 3 Russian MiG-31 fighter jets enter Estonian airspace. NATO fighters responded and the Bear planes were forced to flee. Such violation is totally unacceptable. The Gov of Estonia has decided to request NATO Article 4 consultation. So again, very important meeting. This is not Article 5. Article 5 is, well, that would be WW3, out of control situation. Let's say, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but let's say Russia sends their aircraft to Poland, and Poland takes out those aircraft, and then the Bear fire missile towards Poland. Then Poland could activate Article 5, and that would be definitely game on. The sleeping giant commander Donald has hit out at the Bear following the audacious incident, telling reporters he will shortly be briefed on the matter. The U.S. commander-in-chief said, "I don't love it, I don't like when that happens. It could be big trouble, but I'll let you know later. Okay, so I want to bring something up really quick here, guys. Now, I know I did talk about this, but this is a very important update. Very important update. And I did talk about this over at Grand Supreme News. But like I said, these are updates. These updates are coming out right now. Something that was not mentioned in my other video. Alright, because a lot of these stuff is coming out now. Okay, Lewis, you're messing up here. I'm so sorry, guys. It's been a really busy day. I did Patreon. I'm doing live stream. I mean, I'm really busy today. Woo! 3 channels, a Patreon live stream, a Grand Supreme live stream, the Real GS News live stream, and videos. Wow. Very busy. The U.S. commander says NATO countries should take down the Bear jets that violate airspace. There you go. There you go, guys. In a bold statement that underscores escalating tensions in Eastern Europe, former U.S. I don't know why they keep saying former. U.S. Commander-in-Chief has called on NATO member countries to adopt a zero-tolerance policy towards the Bear military incursion into Allied airspace. Speaking during a high-stake bilateral meeting with Ukrainian leader Zelensky, the U.S. commander advocated for immediate and forceful responses to any such violation, potentially marking a shift in how the alliance approaches the Bear aggression. The remarks came amid ongoing reports of the Bear aircraft testing NATO boundaries, particularly in the Baltic and the Black Sea regions. Now, these incidents have heightened concerns about the alliance's deterrence capability, especially as Ukraine continued its defense against the Bear forces. Now, the U.S. commander intervention adds fuel to the debate over NATO readiness and resolve, coming at a time when the organization is grappling with eternal division over military spending and strategic priorities. The exchange unfolded during a press interaction at the White House, where a reporter directly challenged U.S. commander on the issue. Do you think that NATO countries should take down the Bear aircraft if they enter their airspace? The reporter asked. Without hesitation, the U.S. commander responded affirmatively, saying, "Yes, I do." So he's given the green light. His concise yet unequivocal reply highlights a willingness to escalate military protocols, contrasting with more cautious approaches from current administration officials. Now, the U.S. commander comments were made in the presence of Zelensky, who has reportedly urged Western allies to boost their air defenses for Ukraine. While Zelensky did not immediately weigh in on the specific exchange, the meeting itself focused on boosting U.S. support for Kiev, including discussion on advanced weaponry and sanctions against Moscow. Now, analysts suggest the U.S. commander's stance could resonate with hawkish element within NATO, potentially influencing future summits or policy directives. This development is particularly noteworthy given the U.S. commander past criticism of NATO. He has accused some members of freeloading on U.S. security guarantees by now endorsing aggressive countermeasures against the Bear. The U.S. commander appears to be reinforcing his peace through strength. There you go. Doctrine emphasizing proactive defense over diplomatic overtures. All right. So this is where we are right now, guys. These are very important updates. I do believe World War III is about to hit the fan. So, and the rapture didn't occur today. Yeah, so we are all still here. Someone said we put out the wrong year. It's correct, month and day, but it's supposed to be year 2027, not 2025. I'm done with these people. I am, and we're gonna go live, later and talk about that. But it's insane that these people, knowing that the rapture didn't happen in other countries, now all of a sudden they're saying that the year was wrong. They made a mistake. It happens. So now it seems like the rapture is gonna be September 23rd, 2027. They keep making money. People keep watching their baloney stuff. When is Christian gonna wake up? No one knows the day or hour. But one thing I tell you, Jesus said there will be nation against nation. That we are seeing right now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please share the video. Till next time later. Peace.